Hello, everyone. I'm finally here. Oh God, sorry for being late. Yeah, the coffee machine was giving me a few problems. It wouldn't work. I would turn it on. I would press the buttons. It's a Keurig, so I'd like press the buttons and just wouldn't give me the coffee. And I'm like, damn. I had to like turn it off and on a couple times. So, what's up, everyone? How's it going? You haven't seen me recently, have you? What's up? Oh man, the coffee. It's good. It's good stuff. This guy relies on autumn. Yeah, fuck you, Jeff. Oh man, Dev is back with milk and cigarettes. So, what's been going on, chat? Maybe I can show you guys something. You guys want to see a sneak peek? I have a mocha too, Katie. You guys want to see a sneak peek? You guys into sneak peeks around here? Here, give me a moment. So, we all know the drama that happened last week. And shortly after that drama, I was already in the middle of doing everything's down for you. That sucks, dude. I hope things get better for you. But what's been going on with me is that I've been working on a major project. A major project, guys. A huge project, as Trump would say. Huge. Which drama? Well, no, the D&D drama. But basically, like, I was already in the middle of working on this video, but honestly, the D&D thing gave me an excuse to get away from it all. I told you time and time again to buy better coffee maker. It's like you don't even pay attention to the encoded messages I leave everywhere. Thanks, Lives and Devs Walls. I'll try to figure it out, dude. Thank you. But yes. So basically, I took the opportunity to get off Twitter, to get off Discord. I let Dave take over most of the gaming streams last week, and I knuckled down on a large video. And for those of you who are the true fans who are here, I will give you a sneak peek. Here it is. This is my editing software. It is currently clocking in at an hour and 30 minutes. I might cut it down to an hour and 15. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not the trucker video. Of course not. Of course not. But, like, believe it or not, guys, making a video is a lot of fucking work. Like, each of these clips is intentionally put there by me or by Dave, usually me. And they're balanced, they're color balanced, they're audio balanced, and things are intentionally made. And man, it's just it's been a lot of work doing this video. The Chugga Conroy video took me like a week and a half. This one has taken me almost as much time. And to be honest, the topic is not nearly as cringeworthy in the Chugga Conroy video. Is there a debate coming up, Artemis? I don't even know when it is. I've been pieced out of that shit for a while. There are some YouTubers who just put in any B-roll even if it doesn't match what they're saying in the video. Oh. I probably should do that, Artemis, yeah. I haven't paid attention to American politics in the past couple weeks. Yeah, it's attacked. I don't mind the whole B-roll thing. The B-roll thing seems fine. As long as it's related, kind of. Like, so for example, it's attacked. During my Chugga Conroy video, I put in B-roll of me playing Tunic. Which is fine. It's like whatever. It's something on the screen, you know? Whenever there was anything that didn't appear, like if there were things that had to be on screen, I put that on screen, right? But if it was just me giving my own takes, I just had Tunic playing. Now this video is about Stellar Blade, so I put Stellar Blade footage in instead. Oh yeah. So Jiggy, yes. If you can use B-roll to reinforce statements, then you should. And I do that when I should. But sometimes there's just no suitable B-roll, and then I just default to like whatever, right? So what's a good example here? So like, yeah, this video is about the Stellar Blade controversy. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys in the chat still care about this story, but it turns out that Sony did not actually censor them. And I've now dug down into the depths and discovered the truth. Sony censoring them for the booba did not actually happen. But at this point, the news cycle's moved on and no one cares anymore, right? It kind of sucks to be the debunker because no one's around to see that, oh, the initial knee-jerk reaction was actually wrong. Yes, Zero Fucks, my copyright hypothesis was correct, yeah. Exactly, Dagoth, you fuck! Okay, this coming year will suck. I get to choose between a right-wing populist and a brain-dead puppet of the Prog Dems. What is a national liberal to do? Bill Skirmer, honestly, man, I don't know. Until there's like a reasonable center-right faction back, there's not much you can do. That's why I just choose Biden as the lesser of two evils. And thanks for the $5 club membership, Sean King. Dagoth screaming. Try being on time for shit for Dagoth. It takes time to find proof of things, you fuck. Okay, listen. All right. It's easy to see something happening on Twitter, have a knee-jerk reaction, fire up a stream, and then scream about how it's the wokeoids or it's the degenerates, or, you know, if you're on the other side, it's the fascists, it's the right-wingers, whatever, right? It's easy to do that and then move on to the next 15-minute news cycle. It's hard to actually go and get the truth. You fuck. God damn it. So anyway, regarding B-roll, right? So I do use B-roll in the same way. So I think here, let's just jump ahead a bit. Yeah, so this is me talking about the game, and I just have some, you know, play it. I don't think you guys can hear it. I see, I'm just kind of chatting about the game, and some footage from the game that we played is here, right? Now, at this point, I discussed the game's story, and so I actually cut in relevant story bits, right? So I think here, I'm describing what you do in the game. And so this will be like you have to get the hyper cells, and then you have to get alpha cores. And so I cut in, you know, a shot of each. Dev suffering from time blindness. Fuck you. You need to build a time machine and only be right online. Alpha Giga Chad core. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to be right consistently. Yeah, Fable, exactly. It's easy to just, like, give the take that you know will get you quick hits on a stream immediately, right? Like, immediately fire up a stream and say that, you know, Vivian was made trans, or give a hot take. Nintendo's gone woke! Like, it's so dumb. Like, you have to actually be correct, not just be quick. But being quick gets you a lot of money. So, it sucks. No, indirect Soder, what are you doing? Don't go away. But anyway, yeah, in terms of B-roll, I definitely, like, I'll cut in shots to make the point that I want to make, but in between, when I'm just talking about things, I usually just have the game running. So what's a great example? Let's see here. Hold on. I might need to zoom in. Yeah, okay. I think we're getting closer to it. Okay, so here's something that I've actually done to, or I've started to do, and I think it's actually a good idea. Oh, Seki jokes for £5. Thank you. I'm a woman with gender dysphoria, but because I'm 10 out of 10 physically, I'm not willing to destroy my body in order to stick it to the progs. Giga Chad based. Hope it works out for you though. Okay, so like at this point, I'm describing something that you can't really show by having but basically I'm describing a concept that can't be visually depicted because it's like an idea, not a thing, right? And so it's not even in Stellar Blade, so I'm just talking about the idea here. I'm talking about it. And here I do a thing where it plays, and then my character pops in, right? Whenever I do this, this means that I'm giving my own opinion. When it's just this, just the gameplay, that's me like trying to as accurately and neutrally describe a situation as best as I can. And then when my guy appears, he goes, pop. This is when I'm giving my opinion on the thing that I just said. Dev's Premiere layout fascinates me. Why? It's just the default one, man. Like, is it wrong? I haven't like really, customized Premiere or anything. Terrace for $2. Thank you. You need to go CS:GO Surface B-roll. No. I'm not going to use CS:GO Surface B-roll. I'll just use whatever game I'm playing, to be honest. It's called an author's note. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Subway Surfers, fuck you. But like, let's see, what else have I done here? That's interesting. What is this stuff again? I don't know what that stuff is. I don't want to reveal anything that's like too. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Here, I'm gonna get to something that I pulled off. This was a bit tough to do. Well, it wasn't tough. It was just annoying. Okay. So I did this comparison of the Gore and Stellar Blade just to see. And so this took a lot of time to do. One, I had to go back and kill the boss 6 times, right? On performance and resolution mode on the 3 versions of the game that were available at the time. And then lining all this up and captioning it properly just kind of like is tedious. It looks nice. And when you guys watch it, it'll look nice. It looks like pretty slick. But it took time to set up these shots, frankly. So I wanted to compare how much gore was in each. And the honest truth is, it's actually not that much of a gore difference between them. Terrace for $2. You name your channel Short Fat Leaf is here. Leaf. I'm not leafy. Okay, thanks though. Rusta for $5. Thanks, man. As someone who listens to your stuff in the back of a forklift. Zzz. Oh, you can't see any of this, can you, Rusta? Oh no. The Death of Trust video needed more than this. What are you talking about, Highland Juggalo? Do you have an official? Fuck off, Artemis. Okay, goodbye. I'm not getting one guy by Artemis anymore. Go away. Okay. If you want to one guy me, you can do it with money. God damn it. But yeah, setting up like physical evidence like this just takes time. It takes time to put it together. So, for example, one thing that I noticed is that there's a bit less blood on, I think it's resolution mode than performance. It's the low quality mode has less blood. And I think that would probably be for performance actually has less blood. A little bit, but not much. However, there's more blood on Eve's face in the demo. On Eve's face. Not in the main game, it's not there. Her body has the same amount of blood, but her face has more blood in the demo. But yeah, just setting up these shots takes a fair bit of work, and it's kind of bleh, What else? Let's keep going. Yeah, lining stuff up just kind of takes time. What else would be interesting to show? Oh yeah. Okay, the outfit comparisons, guys. $5 Dev gets one guide by someone else this stream. Fuck you, lives and does well. Okay. So check this out. This is the outfits comparison section, right? Getting all these outfits to like line up and look decent and also spin at the same speed was deceptively fucking difficult for each of these. Like, this sucked to do. It took so much fucking time because like to adjust, because like you have to manually rotate it in the game. So to like cut them all out, make sure that they're relatively evenly spaced, and then adjust the speed of the video so they all rotate like roughly the same speed. It was just like it's not hard, it's just time consuming. And it's tedious work. You're just sitting here and you're like, "Oh man, it just kind of sucked." But and Dev making excuses to Naomi for how long is in the character select screen. So yeah. But I did get down to it. I did the comparisons of the outfits on the various versions. I showed off what was changed and what wasn't changed. You know, definitively, it's all here. This is like my own footage. It's not somebody else's footage. I went out and got all this shit myself, so I didn't have to like rely on for the most part. For example, I didn't unlock. Where is it? I didn't unlock. Which suit was it? Was it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Yeah. So this one requires getting all the cans, which I just didn't want to do. So I just used pictures off the internet. But yeah, you can see like things are changed, right? So here, this bit on Eve right here is open in the artwork, and it's closed here. And this is why people are saying censorship, censorship. Oh my god, Sony's taking the booba away, which I never bought. I like that always seemed like a bit like Sony's done it before, and I go over Sony's history of doing it in this video, but it didn't make any sense in this game. It didn't make any sense to me. Would you fucking okay? Come on, god damn it. Okay, it didn't make any sense to me. Because where's the skin suit? Yeah, so look at this. Look at this. Eve's actual ass is out. You're gonna come here and tell me that Sony censored this game for sexual content, and they left the naked ass in the game. Like, I don't fucking buy it, dude. I don't believe this shit. $2 from Terrace. Thanks, you, man. In my 2 weeks in South Korea, most shocking thing was alcohol on open shelves in front of stores. Keeping a high trust society is relatively easy. Does making a society high trust require positive, negative incentives, or both? Definitely both. Definitely both. It's a complicated thing to do. It's not so simple. Yeah, I know what safe horny is, Artemis, but it doesn't apply here. There's nothing safe horny about this. But yeah, like you have all these outfits, and they're like, you must censor them for booba reasons. And then you have Eve naked, whole ass hanging out, not censored. I don't buy it. Like, I don't fucking buy it. And also, like, the bikini shows off a ton. Like, all the places that were censored were the side of the stomach and the side boob, like this area here, right? And yet you can see side of the stomach on the bikini, right? And also, actually, if we jump ahead to the very end, I'm not completely done it yet. I think it's here. I just edited this part. Like, you can see full side boob and side of stomach in this outfit right here. So, like, the narrative that this is the area they're censoring doesn't make any sense because they went uncensored. Like, this outfit here is like, yeah, it's not revealing in the front, but like everything is revealed on the side. And yeah, like the exact area that was covered on the censored Holiday Rabbit is completely bare on this Orca exploration suit right here. Like, this is just skin right here hanging out. Everything else is covered, but like this is the one strip they actually covered up on Holiday Rabbit. So it's not like this specific patch of skin was the problem, right? So I went through it and I found like sexier outfits than the ones that were censored. I just started to say, you know what? The censorship stuff doesn't make any sense. The censorship narrative does not make any sense, especially since they added in, like in 1.3, they added in that hyper sexy outfit. Like, where is it? Hold on. I have a clip of it in here somewhere. Let's see. What's this clip? Yeah. So like, this is the comparison of the outfit they added in 1.3 and the original Holiday Bunny outfit that before censorship. This is sexier than this by a lot. And they added this in. So the narrative that this got censored for sexual content when this came in makes no sense. Now you might say, oh, well, they actually bowed to fan pressure. Okay, well, if that's true, surely it would have been just a lot easier to put this back in the game rather than make a whole new outfit, right? It would have been a lot easier to do that, surely. So like both of these points of view have like a logical inconsistency with them. It just doesn't make any sense. Tidge, I went over it on I think an episode of Side Scrollers, but I haven't done it on my channel yet. And also I now have all the evidence. So here's the thing. Hold on a second. I'll read some super chats real quick. $5 from Highly and Juggalo. Thank you. What I was talking about was the high/low trust issue. Why you, I, and half your chat argue about corruption. The world is broken. The death of trust video soon. Your video or my video? I don't think the world is broken. I don't think the world is as broken as you think it is, frankly. But I understand your point of view. Rust to $2. This is just a spite V, isn't it? Nope. I was working on this before the drama. So here's the. It could have been Archcast as well. I think it did it on both Zero Fucks. But basically, I went over this and I'm like, listen, it makes no sense. None of these narratives make any sense. But what does make sense is the copyright situation. And then I discovered, without getting too deep into it, because I didn't want to save at least something for the video. What I discovered, guys, what I've discovered is right now, South Korea's fashion industry, unrelated to Stellar Blade, completely unrelated. South Korea's fashion industry is currently engaged in a very serious battle against Chinese counterfeiters. What I discovered, I started digging through like Korean news, and what I found was in like a few weeks before Stellar Blade even launched. What happened was, the South Korean government established a new task force specifically to crack down on counterfeiters in the South Korean fashion industry, because the Chinese have been buying up like fashionable South Korean outfits, because South Korea is like the head of fashion right now, buying them up, remaking them in sweatshops, and then flooding South Korea with shitty knockoffs. And it's basically like massively crippling their industry. So the South Korean government announced this sweeping wave of crackdowns against people who are violating copyright law for patented outfits. And this happened like 3 weeks before Stellar Blade came out. And at the start of June, they announced they had actually arrested and shut down several major counterfeit operations in South Korea. So I'm like, dude, this is like wild. Now, none of us would know this because we're all English speakers, but if that's the political situation in South Korea right now, it makes complete sense that a company like this where they literally just stole this outfit off the internet, which they did, by the way, because you can find it, and didn't alter it at all, would start altering it and be like, okay, we gotta fucking fix this, dude, before we get fucking sued. And where's the final bit that kind of proves this? Are these arrows? Where's my arrows? Are these arrows? Is it here? God damn it. Here? Yes. Okay. Here's what I think actually proves this. So, here is the model for a 1.2 edited version of the of an outfit. Do you see the line? I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream, but there's like a visible line where the lighting engine interacts with the body differently than the head. Do you see it? You see it, eh? Now, the original outfits, like the unedited outfits, don't have that. There's no line. Everything works perfectly. But in the outfits that they hastily slapped into the day one patch, they have this line. And it shows that they did it very, very quickly. Now, why would they do something like this very, very quickly? Probably because several weeks before the game launched, South Korea announced a massive crackdown on all copyright infringers in the fashion industry, and these guys stole fucking outfits. So, like, if you accept this hypothesis, all the questions are answered. There's no leftover questions of, oh, well, why did Kim lie in that interview about this being his original intention? Why did Sony want some sexual content censored, but not other sexual content, right? Like, these are questions that, if you accept the other points of view, these questions remain unanswered. But this hypothesis explains everything. It's all explained now, which is why I think it's the most likely one. Does it change anything? It changes. Here's what it changes. It means that every single, like, let's call them center-right culture warrior who's constantly firing up streams and talking about, like, how video games are shit. What it means is that they were wrong this time. It was not like leftist Puritans in Sony demanding that your boobs be taken away. Not this time. That has happened at some point. It will happen again in the future, but not this time. This time they were wrong, and that's why I'm doing this. Because it's very easy to fire up a stream and just give a hot take and then move on to the next story. It's actually hard to understand what the truth is. What does that do for the game or the game industry? It's the truth. The truth has an inherent value simply because it's the truth. It matters to me. It matters to me, Indirect. So that's why I did it. That's why this video is going to be an hour long, explaining everything. Oops. As Art says, we will still hold the corpo hostage. Also, yeah, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing these autistic deep dives. They're fun, man. Like, I got to talk about the hard R. That was great. Oh, yeah. Speaking of hard R, I got to put in, like clips from... I got to put in clips from the Boondocks. Excellent. Democracy officer for €2. Dev, I'm on CS source. Come 1v1 me now, scrub. Thanks for the donation, dude. Did I miss my supers? Hold on, let me scroll back up. PI, $5. Thanks, man. You see that clip, that Russian clip where soldier murks another dude who got wounded after getting hit by a drone? I think the Russians ain't doing so well. Yeah, man. Like, the Russians are slowly winning the war, but they're, like, throwing away a lot of lives to do it. Artemis Fowl, $5. To be clear, if they put the clothes back in the game as it was before, it would be a clear admission of lying about the intended end result. Yes. Here's the thing, though, Artemis. They are lying about the intended end result. But they're not doing it because Sony's, like, breathing down their necks. I don't buy that for a second now. They're doing it because it gives them plausible deniability regarding them accidentally infringing on the copyright. Like, if they said, yeah, listen, we actually just stole the outfits, but we changed it in order to not violate copyright, they're going straight to court. If they said, listen, guys, we never intended to do this, it was a big mistake, something fucked up, like, we didn't intend to do this, that gives them at least a little bit more plausibility. So, yeah. I've been, thank you for the $5, though. I appreciate it, Artemis. What I've heard about Russia is that they have to lose like 500,000 like 500,000 dead soldiers before there's any real blowback to the government. Like that is what the people are willing to tolerate, basically. And they're not there yet. So, to be clear, the copyright thing could have been pushed by Sony as well. Yeah, I don't buy that though, Artemis. Like, it's always possible, but I'm pretty sure a company has at least some level of self-preservation. Like, they don't need to be told by their publisher, "Hey, you violated the law. Clean, clean yourselves up." Especially an overseas one. Like, Shift Up is based in Korea, right? They're based in Korea, and they're gonna know what's going on in like local Korean news more than Sony would, or more than we would. So I think this came from them. I think like someone in Shift Up was like, "Listen, dude, we stole these outfits. We massively fucked up." I will say, one of the reasons I enjoy listening to, even if you drive me up a wall sometimes, is I know I need that to stop me from radicalizing the topic if you look into things that cycles moved on. Well, thanks very much, dude. I do, my project is to make more people centrists. That is what I want to happen, basically. That is what I want to affect in the real world. They removed the hard R. Like, here's the thing. Do you guys think removing the hard R was censorship? Because, like, I don't. Like, it's not like the hard R was like an essential core part of the artistic vision of Stellar Blade. I don't think so. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it wasn't censorship. When it comes to the outfits, here, the intention of the author is really what matters here, right? Oh, that's great. Well, listen, you've gone way too far, right? Though I've seen people on Twitter call that censorship. Yeah, Murakami. Okay, here. How about this, guys? How about this? I'm going to give you a hypothetical, and I want you to think about it and seriously answer in the chat, okay? If an artist wants to make artwork that is less sexual, and some authority above them comes in and forces them to make artwork that is more sexual, is the artist being censored? It's a yes or no. Yeah, lots of yeses in there. Yeah. So here's the thing. Censorship isn't simply when there is less sexual content. Censorship is understanding what the artist intended and then someone violating that intention. Yeah. I didn't want to go too hard here, so I'll pull back. Exactly. So that's why, for example, when what's a great example of this? Can I find it? Because Kim said that simply being lewd and vulgar all the time was not actually his intention. I think it's here. Is it here? Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. So, what you can see is that this outfit, see how there's like a mesh in front of the boobs and on the thighs, and it's like somewhat transparent. The mesh was more see-through in a trailer back in January. You can see right there. There's the same outfit, and this is one of those ones where it's like the outfit wasn't changed at all. They just made the mesh a bit more transparent, or a bit less see-through in the final product. And this could just be something that boils down to personal taste, right? To say that this is censorship, like if the guy's like, you know what, I think this is actually a better outfit if the mesh is a little bit darker. That's not censorship, right? That's just him, tweaking things. So like people are saying that this outfit was censored. I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe it at all. This just seems like someone tweaking their own vision to make it more in line with what they want. Editing your own work isn't censorship, basically. It's the actual like changes that are a problem. Whereabouts is it? I think it's this one. Yeah. It's like this was a problem because they added like the fabric line on the butt that wasn't there before. They added the covering of the cleavage, Let's see. Artemis Fowl, $5. Russia is raiding farmers markets and construction sites for foreign laborers and giving them a choice between going to prison or Ukraine. That's fucking funny, dude. It's tragic, but it's funny. Jasso Havens, $5. Wait, I'm a centrist. Is Dev grooming me? Oh my god! Thanks, man. Lives in Dev's walls for $2. Censorship is when you don't give me what I want. That's ridiculous, as always. $5 from PI. Thank you. Looking at the casualties claimed, Ukraine says 533,090 for the Russia-Ukrainian war and the Soviet-Afghan war, 50,000. They're still very not good. Yeah, I know what you mean. Those casualties though include not just dead soldiers, but like wounded soldiers. So we're not at 500,000 dead yet. She should have been naked. Anything else is censorship. Willison, $2. Too far right. Is Charlemagne too far right, Dev? Charlemagne wasn't he from like 1,000 years ago? Yeah, probably by today's standards. $5 from PI. Can't I have hot chicks in games? What am I going to the gym for? I agree with you, dude. Artemis, $2. Dev, stop spoiling your video. Listen, all you guys better fucking watch this video when it comes out. All of you guys better watch this fucking video. Anyway, I know some of you actually won't watch it. So that's the TLDR, basically, is that I think there's very strong evidence that content was changed not because Sony wanted to censor sexual content. The game is still fucking hyper-sexualized. But because of copyright issues in Korea. That point of view has way more explanatory power than anything that like the Culture Warriors Online have put out. There's one thing I want to show though before we go. Where is it? I don't know where it is, dude. You know what? If I can't find it, you'll just have to see it when it comes out. Because it's probably time for this part of the stream to be done, isn't it? Oh my god, Kate. I'll take this away. Thanks for listening to me ramble, though. Thanks for saving me from watching a long video. And if we don't, well, then I'll fucking ban you. So yeah, Brent. Okay, Brent is the ultimate like postmodern right winger in my audience. He's always here saying shit like this. It doesn't matter whether it was censored or not. It's too late. Perception trumps reality. Meme over truth. You're arguing into the void. Yeah, Brent is like the full on post truther. Like it does not matter what the truth is. It only matters if the right wingers win. And I'm like, you guys are fucking retarded. Why? Okay, Brent. Why do you watch my channel when you are explicitly anti-truth and I'm explicitly pro-truth? Like, why? Explain this to me. You gotta fucking fill me in on this one because like my whole point of view is that you should pursue the truth even if it makes your political positions worse. Like, if the truth is bad for your position, you should still nonetheless say it because truth is its own thing. Did Jesus resurrect? Is that true? Okay, you're doing the thing now where you're gonna say like you're gonna be like, even if Jesus didn't resurrect, he still very clearly influenced the entire world with his religion. Yeah, I get it. The point is that the reason Christianity went across the world is not based on the truth value of whether or not Jesus actually came back. It's based on the truth value in a lot of the other philosophies, like the moral guidance of Christianity. That's why it fucking took off. Like you can lie for a while and kind of bend reality, but reality eventually snaps back. You eventually the truth will reassert itself and it will fuck you. You cannot do that forever. Ah. Dev pretends he cares about truth, but then says he's not gay. Okay, hold on. God damn it. That fucking appointment with the throat doctor can't come soon enough. Y'all owe me $5. Thanks. Lives and does walls. Thanks. My throat becomes very strained very easily now. God damn. You know what I should do? I should probably retweet my fucking stream. I forgot to do that like an idiot. Redeem the hydrate. Hydrate. Okay, hold on. I just finished my coffee. I gotta get some. I gotta get some more water. Give me a second, and then I'll get to it. Hey, listen. Thanks to everyone who listened to me for all this nonsense. Here, let me get water. I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Okay, so let's see. Anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you decide to watch it when it comes out, maybe I spoiled too much. I drink so much water now, guys, trying to like keep my throat going. It's insane. Oh fuck. $5 from Artemis Fowl. Due to lack of medical evacs on the Russian side, the KIA from infections is actually shifting to the casualty ratio as being 1 to 2 for dead. Jesus, holy fuck. Like, people who are like, Ukraine's winning, guys, the counterattack, they're all coping. But like, if you're out here thinking that like Russia is somehow going to, be the savior of Western civilization and they're going to like overrun Europe and like take over and they're like the last bastion. No, Russia's fucked, dude. Dev's auto-generated chat summary is amazing. How do you mean? What's it saying? So you're telling me Yeshua is our Lord and Savior. Willison, $5. I like to think I move with the truth, but perhaps we all think we do. And it's only through examining ourselves honestly can we determine that. That's all very true. Here's a great way to look at it. If you're someone who is skeptical, oh my God, Vyvanse side effects. I haven't even thought of that. Okay, if you're someone who's skeptical, all right? If you are skeptical, like you have like some pretty finely tuned, very honed in senses of skepticism. You have the ability to be critical down pat. All right, you have the tools, and every time you're skeptical of something, it puts you in a position where you feel better rather than worse. Every single time, you should probably rethink how skeptical you actually are, because you're probably not actually being skeptical, right? Like, here, it's going to sound counterintuitive, but let me... Here. If you're someone who's like, you're girlfriendless, you have no play with girls, you can't find a GF, girls ignore you, they ignored you in school, they ignored you at university, they ignore you at your job. And then you go over to Andrew Tate, and you learn about hypergamy and how women are terrible, etc., etc. And you like apply your skepticism to see that he might have a point about some things, even if he does have a point about some things. But he mostly doesn't. But he kind of does, but mostly doesn't. But nonetheless, you've now like you're even though it's like a blackpilling kind of situation to be in, you've actually moved yourself into a more comfortable situation, because now you can project all of the reasons as to why that you can't get a girlfriend onto the women and not onto yourself. Do you know what I mean? Does it make any sense? What am I talking about? Okay. Basically, if your faculties to be rational lead you into positions where things are explained by grand narratives rather than by your own inadequacies, that is sometimes true, but it's not true all the time. And it's important to make sure you don't fall into that hole, right? Like, so for example, if the reason that you can't afford a house is because of the international capitalists, or if you're on the right wing, the bankers, but either way, it kind of loops around to the same position. If the reason you can't get a girlfriend is because women suck, if the reason that you can't, basically pick a life problem, and then like your skepticism is leading you into positions where these grand narratives are the reason for you having this life problem, rather than the fact that you work a minimum wage job and you haven't gone to university or anything, you haven't like you haven't taken care of yourself, so you're overweight and you have no charisma. Like, basically, if you like encounter a grand narrative that explains the inadequacies of your life, and then you feel better about that, it is not 100%, but it's somewhat likely that you're actually just being fed like a lie from somebody else who wants to sell you something. If that makes sense. You guys know what I mean? Am I making any fucking am I making any sense whatsoever? Like, here. Okay, here's a great example, right? So if I go to you, like, let's say you're a fat fuck, okay, and I go to you and I'm like, listen, dude, you're fat. It's disgusting. You need to improve. Get your ass to the gym. Let's fucking go. Let's go to the gym. You can get like pumped up by that. You can get hyped. You can be like, yeah, let's go to the gym. Fuck yeah. So like, even though it's tearing yourself down, you're also getting motivated and there's like positive forward momentum in it. However, if I go to you and I'm like, listen, you know that argument you had with your girlfriend last week? Well, you were wrong. You were very wrong. And here's the obvious reasons and ways as to why you were wrong. And you have to go and like apologize to her and like basically just admit your fault and say, I'm wrong. I was wrong here. I thought this and I was wrong. I felt this way. I was wrong. Like there's no positive forward momentum in that. You're not pumping yourself up there. You're like, oh, like that is some hard character building kind of stuff where you're like, ah, shit. Yeah, I got to do that. But that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? There's a difference between like skepticism that is blackpilling, but also like pumps you up. So it like gets you motivated to do certain things or to believe certain things or to make certain changes versus your skepticism taking you to a place where you realized, oh, I actually did fuck up. And it's not just in some superficial way that I can like pump myself up and feel good about improving it. No, I actually have to like bite a bullet here. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right. It's the difference between biting a bullet and getting pumped up to go to the gym when you're a fat fuck. Those two things are very different emotions. And if you being skeptical about the world only leads you into the gym type of emotion and not into the biting a bullet type of emotion, then your skepticism might actually be kind of flawed. Okay, sorry. Okay, Vyvanse side effects. Loss of voice. No, there's no loss of voice in the Vyvanse side effects. I mean, there's loss of voice after taking steroids, but I'm not taking steroids. Damn. Hold on. Does Vyvanse cause hoarseness? I mean, it causes hoarseness, but only with like chest tightness, itching, mouth swelling, face swelling. No, like those are all like allergic reactions to Vyvanse, but it's just you being old? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Anyway, I will go to the throat doctor at some point and figure it out. In fact, you know what? After the Stellar Blade video is done, I will probably double check the doctor, see what's going on here. Okay, Tarashevenko, $20. Did you see Sargon's recent tirade about Ukraine? He made the simultaneous claim that NATO provoked Russia, but that Russia invading neighbors is status quo Eastern Europe. Why wouldn't Russia's neighbors want to join NATO? So here's the thing. Russia invading its neighbors is status quo Eastern Europe. That's true. NATO probably did provoke Russia as well. That's probably also true. The issue is that what did they provoke them to do? Like, that's the question, right? So countries join NATO to get extra protection from the United States and Western Europe. Okay. Well, does that provoke Russia? Because now Russia can't attack them, so they feel like there's NATO like in their backyard. The answer to that is probably true. It's probably yes. But now you have to think about it. Like, is it justified to do so? The answer to that's probably also yes. So if you think about it, it's like, well, yeah, you ask the question. You know, NATO's encircling Russia and preventing it from doing what it wants to do. Well, yeah, but what does Russia want to do? Oh, it wants to conquer its neighbors. Oh, okay. So like provoking Russia by not allowing it to conquer its neighbors is probably a good thing, frankly. $2. PI. The future is female. That's not a good thing. Yeah, I guess, huh? A Bill Skirner for $5. Thank you. The postmodernists are wild to me. What's the point of pushing your positions if they will be destroyed by the truth? It will come out eventually. Because sometimes you can actually live your entire life without the truth coming out, and it comes out after you die. So personally, it doesn't matter, right? Like, it took 100 years for the Soviet Union to have enough failures to stack up before it finally fell apart. Defenstration got it right, and way easier than I did. If your skepticism leads you to, I don't have to change and I'm always right, you aren't being skeptical enough. There you go. Excellent. Check Discord. Also, aloe vera drink is great for sore throat. My throat's not sore. Like, my throat isn't sore at all. It's just that my voice is hoarse. It's getting more gravelly. I can hear it going. I can hear it like give out sometimes. I can hear it cracking. You know. It doesn't sound like a nice voice to listen to. I'm transitioning into Batman. Fondue, $5. The line I've been using is that the world is only as big as your arms can reach. Anything beyond what you can control is just the stage of the game. Yeah, that's about right, yeah. Lives in Dev's walls for $2. Take a sip every time Dev asks, does that make sense? Thanks, man. I'm oversized trash panda for $5. Thank you. The problem here is that there are things that are that are enough out of your control that any motivational lie just ends up being a lie. True. Yes. $2. I will check out the aloe vera drink. Thank you, Willison. I appreciate it, dude. I'm developing vocal fry. What is that? Hold on. Oh my god, is this what it is? This is a disgusting picture. Should I show it to you guys? It's not that disgusting. It's the look at the vocal cords. You guys want to see some glands up close? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. It's a medical picture, so it's not that bad. Not my glands, you doofus. Okay. So, these are our vocal cords. These two lips like hum a bit. They like vibrate together to make certain sounds. A vocal fry is when this bit here up on top of it is swollen. I wonder if it's fixable. Wood. Fuck you guys. Wood. Okay. Let's see. There's actually a lot of interesting information on this now that I'm looking at it. Hold on. Loose glottal closure produces the vocal fry, aka the creaky third tone sound. It does. My voice does sound creaky. Okay, here, hold on. I understand the huge danger in allowing the internet to diagnose you. I should probably look into this though, shouldn't I? Quit getting medical diagnostics from the chat and go to a doctor, says Panty Ranger. Here's the thing. I've been to my doctor, and I'm currently waiting for a referral to like a throat specialist. So we'll see. The vocal. Okay, here. Oh my god, I'm learning tons of things now. The vocal fry register, also known as pulse register, laryngalization, pulse phonation, creaky voice, creak, croak, popcorning, glottal fry, glottal ratter, glottal scrape, is the lowest vocal register and produced through a loose glottal closure that permits air to bubble through clearly with a popping or rattling. That's like the That's like that sound. Here, listen to my throat. If I speak really low, it's like, hey guys, do you hear the rattliness in my voice? Like that. My throat seems to default to that more often, and I have to like I have to push my throat up or my voice up a little bit higher just to get away from it. And sometimes it starts to like bother me. Cause like I don't want to have creaky voice anymore. Give me my voice back. You probably have problems because you intentionally keep doing things like that. The recommend you made for your throat. Okay, I'll look into this stuff after. Oops. I probably shouldn't have closed the thing I'm looking into. Okay. I missed a handful of super chats. Thanks very much for them, by the way. I'll go back and take a peek. Creaky voice is good. Everyone started liking my voice after my voice got creaky. The thing is, I don't want it. I want my old voice back, goddammit. Also, I find I can't record for as long when I have a creaky voice. Things go like belly up more quickly. Okay. PI for $5. Putin told Tucker he's not invading Ukraine because of NATO expansion, but Russian imperial legacies. That's not their talking points. Let Russia implode. I agree. Sean King, $10. Would you say that Thunderfoot is now a bad skeptic when it comes to his own biases, such as Elon being a con artist, but is a good skeptic when it comes to things like UFOs? Thunderfoot fell off 10 fucking years ago, dude. A lot of the skeptics either like went down the socialist pipeline, like actual Jake, or went down the right-winger pipeline, like Sargon did. PI, $2. Go to the gym and take TRT, Dev. Let's do it together. No thanks, man. Oversized Trash Panda, $5. The problem here is that there are things that are enough out of your control that any motivational lie just ends up being a lie. That's true, yes. I completely agree with you. Did I miss any others? Jiggy Calzone, $5. We live in a post-truth world. You need to tell me if someone can confirm that what someone else read from another person is true. Thanks, man. Jassa Havens, $2. Dev Chain Smoker Otaku. Thank you, you fucks. $5 from Lives in Dev's Walls. You will become the true throat goat when you master Tuvan Throot's throat singing. Looking forward to you and Dave's album. Thanks, everyone. Throat coating tea / lozenges. The problem, Zamazi, ultimately is that like when you swallow things, it doesn't go into your lungs, right? It goes into your stomach. So it's limited use in my view. Artemis Fowl, $5. I wanted the Russia to be the Russia I was promised from Modern Warfare 2, not the equivalent to the one in Battlefield Bad Company. To start vaping aloe? That's the fucking plan, guys. You guys want to start vaping aloe? Okay, you know what? You know what I should do? I'm going to get like a throat lozenge. Give me a second. Thunderfoot imploded over Brexit. He put out a video of Sargon audio clips stitched together deceptively, and that's when he died to me. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's okay. Naomi was sick recently, so we have a bag of 80 lemon-flavored cough drops. I'll just take one of those. Also, I'm so glad the heat wave's over, guys. Last week was a huge heat wave. I was just editing the whole time because fuck it, just it's something you can do easily, just sitting inside in the AC editing. But like it was brutal. Okay. Brexit still hasn't. And what do you mean Brexit hasn't been done? Wasn't Brexit over like 4 years ago? Get Fisherman's Friend best lozenges. Oh yeah, I like those too. They're expensive though, but they're good. How is it Brexit in name only? Isn't the UK no longer like beholden to European law? It was 43 with Humidex in Ottawa. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I'm relatively close to Ottawa, so like it was the same here. Anyway, you guys want to talk more about Stellar Blade, or should I get on to the articles? Here's one thing that I've noticed, all right? The chat is always like, articles, talk more articles, Dev, let's read the articles. But as soon as I start doing the articles, viewers leave and super chats stop. So, like, what the hell, guys? Brit, who's Brit Monkey? I have no clue who that is. Stop looking at metrics. Listen, if I only cared about metrics, I wouldn't do the articles at all. I just cancel the article part of the stream and just stream and talk to you guys. The numbers. I'm just wondering why. It's literally 53 Celsius without index where I am right now. Yeah, aren't you in the Middle East, Artemis, right now? Artemis, aren't you over in the Middle East, like, trying to coup some foreign government? Actually, you know what I should do real quick? Let's see. Yeah, 16 degrees Celsius right now. With and we're in the middle of a thunderstorm. The heat wave broke because we got slammed with a thunderstorm right now. We're getting blasted at the moment with rain. Tomorrow's going to be 27 Celsius. Then 20, 20, 20, 22, 22, 21. Yeah, it seems like last week's heat was at like 40 degrees Celsius. Now we're back down to normal. The rain broke the heat wave, thank God. Parasocialism is a hell of a drug. Thanks for the $2 fondue. Dagoth says people like interacting with you, Dev, either because they see you as the lol cow that you are, or they genuinely like you. How many of you guys think I'm a lol cow? You think I'm a lol cow? Yes or no? Go. $5 from Sean King. I brought up Thunderfoot because I still get his stuff in my feed and I'm too lazy to unfollow. Oh God, dude, that one moment where you've been following a YouTuber for like 10 years and you have great memories of him at his peak, but he's finally become like too annoying for you and you have to like, you can't ignore it. It's been like a year now and you haven't like watched any of his stuff and he's always just like bugging you whenever he shows back up. And then you finally have to go in and follow him. Like that moment is like sad, you know what I mean? Let's see here. No, 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 lol, no, yes, yerp, no, yes, nah, no, kinda, no, cow, nah, yes, lol, no, cow, yes, a lol cow. How are you a lol cow? Not yet, you're just a regular cow. No, I like Dev. Maybe, kinda. No, you're just a bit naive. You're just a cow. The cow. Love Dev. Yes, and you did it to yourself. Okay, why are you still here? Hold on. I'm not a drama magnet while in beef with several VTubers. Who am I in beef with? I feel like half of my cow tendencies, you guys just make the fuck up. Dev has the same autism as a coworker of mine who thinks everyone in the world is her friend or willing to be her friend, or they can be befriended. I mean, I do believe in giving everyone a few chances, right? Like, I cut Scrump off because he had his chances and he squandered them. And same with Aiden, and same with Uzulu, right? But most people, yeah, I definitely think that like you can give them chances, you know. Dry Bread over on Twitch says, I've seen people make up a fucking wild amount of lore about Dev. The Dev deep lore, guys. Artemis says, you are in conflict with a VTuber. I get the joke. What, is V talking about me some more? Like, I mentioned last week on last week's sip. Say moo. I wanted to check something. Moo. Moo. Fondue $2. You can milk anything with nipples. Oh, okay. So listen, I mentioned last week what my problems with V, and then I left it alone. And then, by the way, I was like offline, just in the editing dungeon for like a full week. I went on Metal's channel on Sunday, and then I came back to the internet on Saturday for the Archcast. Otherwise, I was just offline. So like, I don't know if people have been talking about me while I've been gone. I love going on Twitter and seeing some rando make up the wildest shit about you. Yeah. I do know that V, like, before the drama, V used to regularly bring me up as, like, the scapegoat, you know, naive liberal who doesn't get, you know, the true reality of the world. That was kind of V's place. Like, he would even bring me up when, like, I wasn't even part of the conversation, or, like, the talk wasn't even about me. He used to be like, I bet Dev thinks, like, X. And it's like, okay, dude, all right. But, like, has he actually been saying things over the past week? V's been deflecting and spurging about the D&D, has he? Oh, okay, all right. V has Dev derangement syndrome. I think you pissed off all of the VTubers because of picking me. The community is super crazy. Yeah, I was kind of right, though. Here's the thing, like, visiting Archive of Our Own for the true dev lore. Here's the thing, right? Like, there are people who... Dev, you were right about this weird tangential thing that no one cares about. I'm talking about it, goddammit! Okay. I mentioned earlier that there are people who have just, like, cut off, you know? Which is fine. There are people who I'm not friendly with that I would be. If you know what I mean. Wait, at least say it with some confidence, fat ass. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Okay. I think Dev's actual situation in his social circle has moved from good friend to friendly with when referring to him. Artemis. Artemis, I know that you get information from Arch. But I also know that half the time you just make shit up. And I think this is one of those fucking times. God damn it. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, basically, TLDR, there are people out there who hate me, like just utterly fucking hate me, who I would actually be cool with if they just chilled the fuck out. Not referring to Arch, but Sargon here. Yeah, that's fine. Um, I think the greatest strategy is people and your detractors attributing malice to what simply is a naive autistic retardation regarding you. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. $5 from Terrace. I'm back. There's one result about you, Sitch and Sargon, called critical mpreg theory. What the fuck, dude? Man, you guys are weird today. Why are you guys fucking weird today? But anyway, there are people out there who like really, really hate me, but like the feeling isn't mutual. And if they chilled out, I'd be cool with them. But they seem not to want to chill out. They seem to want to like just continue hating me, which is their prerogative. It does suck when they like know the same people that I know, because some of them do like speak, and it's like, well, can't even defend myself when I'm not there. But like, it is what it is. It is the nature of the fucking internet. Um, not just Kirsch, no. But then there are some people who I've just like completely cut off, and it's like, well, you're done. Like that's that. Um, and that would be like the Scrumps. And then there are some people who like I've never even spoken to you. Why do you hate me? And they have like 18 different made up stories. Like they didn't make them up. They just inherited them from other people. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And usually if I can actually get them in a room and sit down and talk with them, things are okay. Usually. I hate you because you've never spoken to me. And then like that happened with Lumi. All right, Lumi over on the Archcast. Like Lumi's like, I've heard a lot of stories about you, but you're not the person that everyone says you are. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You're not the first person to fucking realize that. Also, Artemis, you're like, Artemis, you just said, I have no opinion of you, Dev. What do you mean? I thought you liked me, Artemis. Bill Skirmer for $2. V needs an intervention on the D&D situation. Thank you. What else? Charles Anderson for $5. You sometimes stream older games. Any chances for Phantasy Star 4 getting some streaming love? Gotta be honest, I never played it. I'm sorry, man. I was a Nintendo kid, not a Sega kid. I don't mind the idea of playing it, but I never like got into that series. I don't know if I would enjoy it. I think that's it. Artemis says Dev wants to gaslight his detractors into liking him. What the fuck are you talking about, Artemis? Like what? Wait, hold on. Artemis, are you one-guying me specifically? Are you specifically saying false things to get me to get angry at you? Is it because you know that Sunday is the day that I'm not on my Vyvanse, so I'm like retarded right now? Is that the reason? That only the sewers are open to new users of the Discord. You must wait a period before the mods let you in. I am. Well, fuck you, Artemis. Artemis, aren't we friends? God damn it. Turns out Artemis is the one behind all the fake dev lore. Oh, Artemis is the guy. Here, we'll start articles in a second, guys. Give me a moment. Sorry, guys. As Blondie chuckles to himself, having pushed all the blame on the Buckster. Yeah. Believe it or not, during all the drama, Arch was like the guy who was probably the best to me. He talked things out with me, and we really we really figured a few things out. He wasn't like in a partisan way just pro Sargon or pro V. He gave like an honest, unbiased analysis, and it's like, well, good. No, thanks very much, Arch. That was really nice of you. I got Naomi to say she pegs Dev. That was easy to get her to say, though. She'll just say it for fucking free, Artemis, because it's just funny. Okay, my cough drop is nearly done. I am curious about one thing, though, Artemis. Did you actually see Sargon go from calling me a good friend to friendly with? That's a... oof. Maybe he feels betrayed. Okay. Sargon wouldn't even rape you. I am not going to say. Fuck you. Probably on his stream. Oh well, these things happen. He finds you too liberal for him. I mean, that wouldn't be anything new. It's been that way for a while. I spoke about that all last week, though. Hold on. Let me just try to pull this shit up here. Naomi's demanding a bit of attention. Give me a minute and then we'll get going. Control your woman, Dev. Yeah. You know how it is sometimes. God damn it, Naomi. Okay. Done. Alright. I'll take a piss real quick. I'm back in a second. Okay, back. I blasted that piss out real fast. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? When like it was holding pee, And then there's like just kind of letting it go and then just peeing. But then there's like when you like clench a muscle inside you and blast the piss out faster than usual. I had to like turbo piss to get back to the stream as fast as I could. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? $5 from Artemis Fowl. Dev got one guide by me on Twitter from posting a "Have fun at D&D. I know I will." That people had to come ask me what I was playing. Hold on. How does that count as getting one guide? Did I even reply to that? Lobster Minion, $10. Dev, your opinion on beardless dwarves? No real opinion, to be honest. I don't know. I know everyone talks about like female bearded dwarves and dwarves getting shaved and stuff. I actually don't really care. I don't care about dwarf lore too much, right? Dev, stop. Oh. You can't piss in a bottle so we aren't left waiting. Who the fuck do you think I am? Gavin McInnes? Get out of here. You did reply, but it wasn't on Twitter. Remember, our friend circles are very identical. Only somewhat, Artemis. I have like an entire flock of friends that you aren't related to. Like the Arch circle is identical. Like I talk to Arch and so do you. I talk to Kib, so do you. Arch is like VTuber grooming targets. I talk to them and so do you, presumably. Like the Bickering Bunch guys, yeah. I don't know if you talk to Stardust the way that I do. I know you talk to Wick sometimes. But like, yeah, there's like a wing of friends that I talk to that you don't, that are in a different part of the internet. And no, I'm not introducing you. Okay. Should we finally get going? Wait, Madry Bread says, I can safely say he doesn't talk to me. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. No, Arch's grooming targets, you fuck. Okay. You know what? It's... Oh, Artemis doesn't talk to you. Oh, okay. Right, Artemis doesn't talk to you, Madry Bread. Right. $20 from Joe Schmo. Dev, did you ban me? Can you ban me so I can keep negging you in your chat? Or if a mod banned me, can you please announce what they did? I profess my banality, if not innocence. Thanks. I don't know why I banned you if you did get banned. Let me see. Did you get banned? I will check it out real quick. Settings. Permissions, community. Hold on. Okay. What's your name, Joe Schmo? I'm here and ready to be groomed, says Rusta. Thank you. Wait, Artemis says, I don't associate with the help. Dry Bread is a bigger YouTuber than I am, Artemis. Okay, hold on. Joe Schmo, are you banned? I don't see you in here. In the banned list. Scrolling. Show 65 more banned people. Okay. I seriously don't see you. No, man, you're not on the ban list. I don't know what to say, man. And you're not hidden on the channel. You're not banned, dude. Okay. Dry Bread's angry now. The help. Okay. We've hung out now for an hour and a half, and I've really enjoyed hanging out with you. Let's read some articles, guys. It's time for the Slop Fest. Here we go. Davos police arrest 2 men and recover $80,000 worth of stolen Lego merchandise. Oh, dude. Legos are a big deal nowadays, aren't they? Hold on. Sketch says dev therapy sessions are the best part of the weekly sip. Are you fucking kidding me? R.I.P. me. I guess this is goodbye, Dev. Joe Schmo. I don't know why. You weren't banned. Actually, before we talk about the stolen Legos, let me blue ball you once more. Okay? Once more. Okay. Give me a second here. Fuck. I had to reply to Arch about something. Okay. I'm not continuing to argue with Artemis Tidge. It's okay. No. I had to send Arch a message about something. Okay. We've returned. Organized retail Lego theft. $80,000 of Legos has like 2 sets. Yeah. Davos police have arrested 2 men after finding them. Actually, hold on. I gotta like chapstick my fucking lips. God damn it. Davis is pronounced like Dave. Oh, Davis? Is it Davis? Okay. Davis. Okay. Davis police have arrested 2 men after finding them with $80,000 worth of stolen Lego sets and other items. Officials say the merchandise was stolen from numerous stores in Davis as part of a large-scale retail theft operation. It's usually organized with the intent of people going in, looking for specific items that they can give to somebody else who will then sell them on the market. Here we go. Large-scale organized retail theft. For most part, we see large-scale organized theft like this. A lot of times they're from cities that are not within our jurisdiction. Michael Kobayashi, who works at the Akiba HQ anime store in Davis, said some model kits can cost hundreds of dollars. They can be sold pretty high. You just market them down slightly and you can just offload them real quickly. At one point, one of our U-Hauls got stolen, and that had a ton of product, which is like $10,000. Holy fuck, dude. Wild. $80,000 worth of Legos. Look at all these Legos, dude. There's like Nintendo ones in there and Harry Potter ones. Okay, that's probably why they're so expensive. You plan this using Legos? Okay. Gambia tells UK grandmothers to seek their toy boys elsewhere. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let's bypass. Yeah, the Gambia tells UK grandmas to seek toy boys elsewhere. On a street packed full of restaurants and bars, a Gambian beach boy helps an older British lady hobble out of a noisy nightclub. The couple holds hands and share a brief kiss before the woman settles the tab and they disappear into the night. It is a common scene in the Gambia. I have not heard about the Dr. Disrespect controversy. I don't know what's going on there. A tiny West African country with a reputation as a sex haven for British grandmas. What? Old men and ladies dipping out in and out of bars playing English music. So, the director of the Gambian Tourism Board said, "What we want is quality tourists. Tourists that come to enjoy the country and the culture, but not tourists that come for sex." Wow. British, guys. Lives in Dev's Walls, $2. Anyone else like vintage erector sets? Best toy. Hey, Tidge, when you're an old grandma, are you going to go to the Gambia to get your back blown out? Let's see. Sex tourism exploded in the Gambia after Thomas Cook launched budget package tours, including cheap flights to the former British colony in the 1990s. The company went bust in 2019, and this drastically reduced the number of British visitors, but sex tourism continued. COVID-19 has made it worse, with even fewer tourists visiting. So let's see. People are poor. They have no choice. Wait a minute. Older women come to the Gambia looking for a holiday toy boy. And I guess because the young men are poor, they fuck these grandmas. Wow. Gotta make money, I guess. Most of the tourists that come here come for sex tourism. But apart from the seedy side of it, I think there is a nice side to the Gambia. I came here 9 years ago on holiday, and I've stayed ever since. Most of the Gambian men who hook up with old ladies are motivated by the lack of jobs and low wages in the poor country. They can earn a monthly salary in only a few days. Known as bumsters. Bumsters. They scour white sand beaches looking for old women who come from Holland, Sweden, and Germany to meet the young men. Poverty is driving more and more young men and women into prostitution. They hope the old ladies will take them back to Europe where they have a better life. Oh my god, dude. What a ridiculous situation. There's Jan for 14 Czars. Got my sister's kids their first Legos this week. Nice, dude. Nice. I don't know what a Czar is, but thank you. Deport the old hags. We have to oppress the hags, guys. Microplastics have been found in every single human testicle. Listen. If you want to know why that you are a feminized beta male and why your only hope to have a decent life in the future is to transition, it's because your balls have microplastics in them. And jack off to get rid of the microplastics. Yeah. Microplastics have been found in every human testicle. All of them. Not one of you is spared from the sin. So, microplastics have been found in human testicles, with researchers saying the discovery might be linked to declining sperm counts in men. The scientists tested 23 human testes, as well as 47 testes from dogs. They found microplastics in every single sample. How Grandma got her groove back. Femcells need love, thanks to the $2, Fondue. Microplastics are stored in the balls. So here's how they do it, guys. They inject a needle into your balls, all right? And then they extract some tissue, or sometimes they'll slice a little bit of ball tissue out. They'll cut a little cross section out, and they test it. And they found microplastics in every single ball. All the balls have been microplasticed. The human testicles have been preserved, and so their sperm count could not be measured. However, the sperm count in the dog's testicles could be assessed and was lower in samples with higher contamination with the microplastics. Damn. Sperm counts in men have been falling for decades, with chemical pollution such as pesticides implicated by many studies. Microplastics have also been discovered in human blood, in placentas, and in breast milk, indicating a widespread contamination of people's bodies. The impact on health is as of yet unknown, but microplastics have been shown to cause damage to human cells in the laboratory. Vast amounts of plastic waste are dumped in the environment, and they're all over the planet, from the summit of Mount Everest to the deepest oceans. People are known to consume the tiny particles via food and water, as well as breathing them in. We fucked things up with the plastics, dude. Like, that was what a huge fuck up with plastics, Dan. And like, a particle can just last forever, right? Think about it, right? Like, imagine you like eat a particle and it goes to your balls, and then you like come inside a girl, and then the particle goes like through the semen, right, into the girl, who then has your child, and then he has like a particle. That particle's now in his body, and it goes to his balls, and then he like comes inside of a girl, and then like now your grandkid has the same particle that you had, right? It can just keep going. It can just keep going, dude. It's a circle of life. Lives in Dev's walls for $5. Microplastics in balls will result in robot hybrid babies. It's a WEF plot to ensure a future cyborg workforce. Thanks, man. On the next episode of Plastic Ball Z. So the particles could lodge in tissue and cause inflammation, or chemicals in the plastics could cause harm. In March, doctors warned of potentially life-threatening effects after findings of a substantially raised risk of stroke, heart attack, and earlier death in people whose blood vessels were contaminated with microscopic plastics. Let's see here. That's wild, man. Do you guys think you have microplastics in your balls? Is that what's going on? Imagine having one of these in your nuts. That would suck, dude. 100%, 1000%. You may be eating pre-digested food, and it's making you fat. That's a bit concerning, but let's see. Fast foods take the effort out of eating in more ways than one. Ever wonder why there's always room for one more potato chip? Scientists have discovered that certain ultra-processed foods essentially undergo pre-digestion, which makes them seem less filling than truly whole and undigested foods. It could be a grain bar, a breakfast cereal, ice cream, or confectionery. They all have the same list of basic starting ingredients. So here's the thing. This is something that I actually came to 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, maybe even longer than that. Like, it's ultimately the same molecules, right? Let's say that you eat, like, well, what's a great example of this? Okay, what's a great example of this? Let's say that you eat, like, some protein, okay? And the protein has to be, like, broken down and used by your body, right? Well, if the protein is configured in a specific setup where it's already been, like, where it's closer to the usable state for your body than otherwise, then when you eat it, it will take less calories for your body to disassemble the protein and then use it, right? Because your body has to do less work. So in that sense, even though the food itself contains the same amount of stuff, your body has to expend less energy to get at that stuff, and so you will actually you will gain more weight. Well, you won't really gain weight. You'll lose less weight than you would have. Does that make sense? Yeah, banana versus banana smoothie. Great example, right? Wait, why is this otaku guy always calling people racist? Stinky little dude. Because it's funny? Who's this fucking person? Okay. Banana versus banana smoothie. Exactly. Yeah. So, like, you eat a banana versus blending up and drinking it. Your body has to do the blending. Right? Someone's saying things are popping off in Russia right now. Really? Did something just happen? Russia. News. No, I can't see anything new. Sean King, $5. For something interesting and related, look into bioremediation in microplastics. I learned about it in biotech. I don't know what that is, but tell me all about it. Willison, $5. If I do have microplastics in me reducing semen count, then damn, if I had them removed, I'd be like, Jesus Christ. Then damn, if I had them removed, I'd be like all your average furry not safe for work piece. Jesus Christ, dude. It's from Visegrad 24. What the fuck? Oh. Okay, hold on. This is actually breaking news for real. Can I show this, or is it like... Give me a second. I'm going to make sure that no one dies in this video. Okay. Let's take a look at it. Okay. This is 10 minutes ago. Islamist terror attack in Dagestan, Russia, against a synagogue and a church. At least 5 police officers have been killed, and 1 priest has been beheaded. The bearded terrorists are all dressed in black and shouting Allah Akbar. And so the video is like... very far away. He might have shot that guy there. You don't know. Damn, dude. Okay. We'll have to see what happens. So. To avoid shelling out money on real whole foods, producers reduce basic food crops such as corn, wheat, and potatoes to their most basic molecular components, which is what they call slurries. There's a starch slurry, extracted protein slurry, extracted fiber slurry. They just extract all the shit from foods. Nearly half of this starch slurry goes toward producing starch-based sugars and other derivatives, which are created by hydrolysis, which is a process similar to human digestion. Many experts compare this process to a mama bird chewing up and regurgitating foods to make it easier for her offspring to eat. Producers then use industrial machinery to cut this ubiquitous base with food coloring, emulsifiers, and artificial flavors. This way, they can create a smorgasbord of cuisine from concentrate ranging from burger buns to grain bars, like a culinary shapeshifter. Unfortunately, due to their lack of protein, fibers, and other elements, pre-digested foods circumvent the signal informing eaters that they're at capacity. Yep. This is why people can polish off bags of candy and other ultra-processed foods and still feel peckish. So yeah. This all makes sense, I think. I think this is actually, like, intuitively makes sense, you know? $5 Artemis Fowl. Thanks, man. Dagestan was subject to many Mobic recruitments, with most coming home in body bags, likely unrest due to the military police units having left the area. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, dude. Okay. You've all seen this, haven't you? Women are paying big money to scream, smash sticks in the woods. It's called a rage ritual. Listen, guys. Paying big money so that someone can take you into the woods and you can just break shit. It's time to rage, ladies. It's time to rage. Punch them. Punch those things. Rage rituals are getting attention on social media. Scream. Scream about how much you suck. Beat large sticks on the ground. Yeah, why does this cost money to do? Just go into the woods and do it. To release emotions they're often discouraged from expressing. This is stupid, isn't it? What? Who the fuck is this? God damn it. Don't just go to the next video. Okay, whatever. So, Kimberly Helmus gets chills thinking about her first rage ritual. 2.5 years ago, after her divorce, the cybersecurity engineer embarked on a retreat to Scotland. As part of the retreat, they held a rage ritual, a ceremony in which participants scream and beat large sticks on the ground in the woods. They're encouraged to think of people and experiences that have wronged them and to scream and swing the sticks for at least 20 minutes, or until they can no longer move their arms. Rage rituals have garnered attention on TikTok, where they've resonated, particularly with women. In comments, women describe how moving it is to see other women embody their anger. An emotion that experts say, it's always the experts, isn't it? Experts say society often discourages women from expressing. Listen. This is retarded. This is stupid. Like, there's so many fucking ways this is dumb, all right? 1, you shouldn't be raging like this at all. 2, self-control is a good thing. 3, it's not just women that are not allowed to express emotions by society. 4, women's anger is actually considered to be more expressible than men's nowadays. Like, fucking hell, dude. There's no place where you can see women be able to be angry like that and not be condemned. She's just hormonal. She's just unhinged. She's just crazy. She's on her period. She's just whatever. Well, these are not condemnations. These are reasons. Like, listen. When like your car breaks down and you're angry, to say that, oh, he's angry because the car broke down is not a condemnation, right? Have everyone found out what a rage room is, Katie? Thanks for $2, dude. I don't know. Fondue, $2. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. I don't want to watch The Acolyte. I'm gonna have to at some point, but I don't want to watch it. Meximan and cheese, $5. What emotions are women discouraged from expressing? I can't think of a time in history where women are encouraged to express every emotion. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just stupid. This is just all stupid. What is a rage ritual? Okay. Banduki has led rage rituals for several years and began doing them first for herself, then for friends, and eventually as part of her day-long retreats, which include other activities and can range in price from around $2,000 to $4,000. Her one-day version, she says, costs $222 per ticket. Holy shit, guys. Do you want to pay this much money to go into the woods and just smash sticks and scream? Like, this is, I mean, if people are willing to pay, you got to get that bag, you know what I mean? Okay. Oh my god. The process of a rage ritual is simple. First, gather large sticks while conjuring to mind every person who's ever crossed you, who's ever hurt you, who's ever ignored your boundaries or taken advantage of you or abused you in any way. How about the person who set this fucking shit up? After some warm-up breaths, the screaming and swinging begin. The ritual is held in the woods, so participants can make noise without fear of bothering people nearby. Also, so they can get with those bears they like so much. Okay, so there's going to be a secret... Secret Sanctuary will hold a sacred rage ceremony in Alberta, Canada in July. There will be a sacred rage women's retreat in North Carolina in June. Dude. I should go to these. I should like buy tickets for these and then like claim that I'm a woman and show up because I am one. I'm going to self-ID. When people do this and give themselves permission to release their anger, their capacity for joy actually expands. They're able to feel more happiness and pleasure, and they go home to their families with more gratitude and ease and peace. Okay, dude. I don't. I don't know. This could be your Bohemian Grove. Yes. Yes, let's do it. Katie the Nova, $2. Modern women are LARPing as men and men as women. Don't worry. Modern women are also LARPing as women, too, it seems. Anyway. This is stupid. This is fucking retarded, guys. Let's continue on. God damn it. I also fuck. Okay. God damn it. Fucking Telegraph articles always going paywalled. Send Nooms on an investigative trip, get a GoPro. Thanks, Lives and Does Walls. Thank you. Yeah, I've heard that too, Sean. Yeah. Okay. Teacher sneaked. Isn't it snuck? Teacher sneaked into pupil's house when mother was out to have sex with her. That's this guy. Okay, how old was the kid? High school. Okay. A teacher accused of having sex with a pupil used a side door to sneak into her house while her mother was out to avoid the ring doorbell. He's 29 years old, a high school teacher and welfare officer, where the teenage girl was a student. He nurtured a sexual relationship with her. He had sex with a vulnerable girl and pressured her into sending him naked photos of herself. He pleaded guilty to 12 counts of sexual activity with a child by a person in a position of trust, including sexual intercourse with the girl. His guilty pleas came after an earlier jury failed to reach a verdict. Bartlett was due to stand retrial but changed his pleas to admit the sex crimes. If the jury already failed to reach a verdict, why did he change his plea? Didn't he already get off from the crime? Okay. In the previous trial, the prosecutor said that the teacher was Bartlett was the teacher the girl had turned to for support in his role as a welfare officer, but he abused his position. Bartlett took advantage of his role. He gained her trust by her confidence, and for the first few months getting to know her, he built an ever closer bond with her. It is the prosecution's case that he began a sexual relationship with her. This case is about that sexual relationship. The girl began seeing Bartlett at a one-on-one role at the high school where he worked. It was that privacy, that isolation that allowed the defendant to build on the bond he was creating, nurturing with her, ultimately causing her to think that he had fallen for her and that she was in a loving relationship with him. She was just 16 when he asked for sex pictures, and sex took place during the school holidays in August of 2021. Okay. So this is why he's not getting charged with like pedophilia or like child rape, because I think 16 is the age of consent. This is in the UK, I think. Is it in the UK? I think 16 is the age of consent in the UK, because it also is here in Canada. This isn't CP levels of stuff, though. To be fair, the nudes are CP. This is him having sex with someone while he's in a position of authority. Yeah. The girl told police that Bartlett would hug and kiss her and tell her he wanted a relationship with her. He told her he wanted to move in with her when she left college. She told officers he would constantly say he loves me and loves everything about me, and he wanted to book hotel rooms for them to have sex in. The girl said she had unprotected sex with Bartlett at her home after the school term had ended for summer in August of 2021. Yeah. He was arrested and interviewed twice by the police and originally denied any sexual relationship with the pupil during the school term, but had accepted that on August 15th, after school had ended, he went around to her house and had sex with her. Okay. Yep. He pressured her for the nudes. She was 16 at the time. That's an offense. She was pressured to send nudes, and she would cry when sending pictures of herself. Jesus Christ, dude. Wild, man. So, not quite pedophilia, but still pretty bad. Here's our thumbnail for today, guys. Teen rapper accidentally kills himself on social media video after pointing a gun at his head and pulling the trigger. So, this has to have been a stream, right? Because why the fuck would this have been uploaded? Okay. A teenage rapper accidentally killed himself while filming a video on social media when he pointed a gun at his head and pulled the trigger. The rapper, 17 years old, was found dead in Suffolk, Virginia. Yep, so he's doing his rap video, he's streaming, I guess. He has the gun, laser sight, gun to the head, points the gun at his head, pulls the trigger. Fucking stupid, dude. Is this like a TikTok or is it an Instagram or what? I'm gonna look him up. No, dude, his Instagram's still around. But that video is gone. Give me a second. Oh my god. The fucking comments on this, guys. Yep. So he posted on his own thing. God got me. I'm just gonna trust the process. Then people replied with, his aim was a lot better than his music. Fucking wild. Everyone's joking. Oh my god. Trolling. Okay. All right. Police would not confirm the name of the deceased teen, but separated footage circulating on social media showed Suffolk-based rapper Rilo Huncho. That's quite the name, Rilo Huncho, singing into a camera while dancing with a pistol with a green laser sight. The boy appeared to switch off the weapon's safety and pointed at his head when a gunshot rang out and he was thrown from view as the camera dropped. This is him, eh? 17-year-old aspiring rapper. Like, I know he's 17, but like, dude, what a fuck up. John Jones in the chat. Dev, you're going to prison. I'm going to expose you. For what? What this time? Have you ever heard about the tragedy of Rilo the Huncho? Oh my god. So, I mean, it's never good when someone dies. It's never good when a kid dies, R.I.P. But at the same time, like, this is retarded, guys. Like, what a monumental fuck up. Okay. He was her only son, a cousin of the rapper wrote in the post. She was a single parent, but took care of her son the best she could. Well, single mom. Fucking hell, dude. Yes, but sometimes it's funny. Like, this is ridiculous. Wait, hold on. John Jones says, we've been watching you very closely, Dev. We all know about it. You didn't think those skeletons would remain in your closet forever, did you? What do you mean? Are you talking about all the hookers I have buried in the backyard? I use them as fertilizer in the garden. It's a black on black crime. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Next up. Final Fantasy music legend Nobuo Uematsu doesn't think he'll ever compose a whole game ever again. Oh no, guys, it's the end. It's the end of the line for a legend. Uematsu is most famous for composing the soundtracks for the first 9 Final Fantasy games and working on numerous subsequent entries. Although Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth contain soundtracks created by different composers, Uematsu still composed the main theme for both games. Just Evans, $2. Thank you. Wonder how a miner got a hold of a handgun. Who knows, dude? Who knows? Now, in an interview with German publication Zeit Online, ahead of a performance of his new orchestral show Meregnen, Heart of Ice, Uematsu said he thinks his days of composing full video game soundtracks are over. P.O. Box reopens once I've fully moved. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Asked if he ever felt that one day nostalgia could take over and convince him to write an entire soundtrack for a game again as opposed to just a main theme, Uematsu replied he didn't see it happening. As far as Final Fantasy is concerned, I'm still involved by writing the main themes for the games, but I don't think I'll compose music for a whole game ever again. You would have to give it full throttle for 2 or 3 years, and I just don't think I have the physical and mental strength to do it anymore. I would rather use the time I have left to work on other projects that I love. Okay, well, fair enough. His last full game soundtrack was Fantasian, the Apple Arcade exclusive. That got a recent announcement to be re-released on the Switch, I think, actually. So Sakaguchi said, before we approached him to work on Fantasian, he was going through some health issues, and there were concerns if he was going to be able to compose everything, or if it was even possible for him to work on this. That's apparently his final one. Yep. Damn. Well, everyone gets old eventually, you know? Isn't he like in his 70s or his 60s or some shit? Let's keep going. Toronto's overlords are pondering a rain tax. Okay. Fuck Toronto, by the way. The city of Toronto plans to consult with water users in April, this was back in March, about taxing based on the amount of hard surfaces on a property. Okay. Let's see. They want to tax the rain, guys. Before we get started on the latest insanity to seep out of Toronto's municipal government, let's give credit where credit is due. For sheer gall, for its bottomless, brazen brassiness. You can't beat this one. A tax on rain. You almost have to admire the Bolsheviks who presently run Canada's largest city for their inventiveness and their total indifference to the taxpayer. Okay. We are not making this up. Let's see. So what is it? A stormwater charge and water service charge consultation. Okay. So, the city of Toronto is consulting with water users and interested parties on the possible implementation of a stormwater charge. They want to have a stormwater charge for all property classes. So, stormwater is the water that rolls down the street and then goes into a storm drain and then goes out into a creek eventually or something. So stormwater is rain and melted snow. When not absorbed into the ground, stormwater runs off of hard surfaces onto streets, down storm drains, and through a network of pipes that carry it into local waterways. Too much stormwater can overwhelm the city's sewer system, which can lead to flooded basements and impacts to surface water quality in Toronto's rivers, streams, and the Lake Ontario waterfront. Okay, so, yeah. The city wants to tax you for the stormwater. Here's how they'll do. They'll calculate how much hard surface area you have. So if you have roofs, asphalt driveways, parking areas, and concrete landscaping. So if you have grass on your property, the grass will absorb the water into the earth, and then that'll be that. It's gone. But If you have a hard surface that doesn't absorb water, the water has to roll off of that hard surface into the streets and then into the public infrastructure that then has to carry it away. So you will be taxed based on how many hard surfaces your property has. It just so happens for $2. They don't want you to know, but Toronto's sinking. Okay. So this is fucking retarded, isn't it, guys? You know what I do? Everyone's going to be charged for their driveways. I guess that's okay. Not everyone can afford in Toronto can afford a driveway anyway. That's true, dry bread. You know what I'd do? I'd get one of those houses that is like just completely tree covered or like grass covered. You know, you seen those where it's like they just put like grass on the roof and on the sides and it just grows, and you have like your grass house. Like the inside is still a modern house, but the outside's grass. I just do that. Build a grass house. Dude, Toronto fucking sucks, man. Okay. Women are loving men who embrace the baby girl vibe and ditch their toxic masculinity. Being so baby girl is the hottest compliment for men. A 26-year-old, 6'5" man isn't what comes to mind for most Americans when they think of the word baby girl, but it is for Gen Z. So, Jacob Elordi, that's this guy in the middle, I think. He was deemed so baby girl during his promotion as a host of Saturday Night Live. Okay. Oh my God. The Australian actor has joined the ranks of other heartthrobs, including Pedro Pascal, Timothy Chalamet, and the White Lotus actor Leo Woodall, being associated with the moniker of baby girl. So, a new definition of the term baby girl has recently been adopted, remaining as a term of endearment, but expanding to include a specific type of swoon-worthy man. Is it because he like wears like a red sweater? Like what's okay? A man who is a baby girl comes across as sweet, charming, a bit bashful, and seemingly in touch with their feminine side, ready to talk about their feelings or carry a purse to brunch at any point. It's exactly what women want and what men want to become. The antithesis of toxic macho masculinity. Traditionally, highlighting feminine qualities in men has been a put-down. This doesn't seem to be the case with baby girl, which has a celebratory quality. Gen Z is much more fluid when it comes to gender and sexuality than older generations, encouraging rather than condemning blurring the lines around the previously restrictive boxes separating masculine and feminine. Wrong! Millennial kids had no problem with being like tomboys, or you have like emo boys who are like kind of girly. That shit happened all the fucking time. Is this baby girl? Is this what they mean by baby girl? It's the microplastics. Oh, dry bread. Metrosexual was 25 years ago, not 10. Metrosexual is old. Came back from the gym, Dev. Are you doing your part? Not yet, PI, but we'll do later. Thanks to the $2. Artemis Fowl, $5. Dev, is it illegal in Toronto to capture rainwater for personal use? That thing that would keep you from paying this tax. I'm actually not sure, Artemis. I'm not sure. Okay, so Pascal's shorts and Charlemagne's sequins have these men proudly parading their traditionally feminine touches. Yep. So there's a picture. Yeah, here. Now see, this guy just looks like your average boy band member. You know what I mean? Like, this looks fucking weird. This just looks strange. This is like your average boy band, though. It's like, whatever. So, how many of you guys are baby girl in the chat? Wait, is this baby girl? This is just a guy with a suit. Like, there's no tie, but that's it. Like, what the fuck does baby girl... Oh, yeah, hold on, Tidge. It's a bit different with you, Tidge. Okay, hold on. Okay, what does this mean? How what does the word baby girl mean if this guy is baby girl? Okay, this is fucking stupid, isn't it? Let's continue on. A cancer charity apologizes after using the word cervix. Okay. Jasso Havens for $5. I feel the estrogen radiating from my testicular microplastic right now. Based. Okay. The Canadian Cancer Society is apologizing for using the term cervix on a web page for transgender and non-binary people assigned female at birth. Okay, dude. Starhawks, $5. This is just repackaging metrosexuality through a modern, progressive, anti-masculinity lens. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Thank you, though. Okay. On the page dedicated to cervical cancer screenings for members of the LGBTQ plus community, the charitable organization explains in a disclaimer that they recognize that many trans men and non-binary people may have mixed feelings or feel distance from words like cervix. Hold on. Wasn't the whole point is that, like, some women have penises, some men have vaginas? Surely you could also say some men have cervixes, right? Like, it's the same thing. So why are they getting offended by just the use of the word that previously they said that some men can have anyway? Like this is just stupid. Okay, fine. Fondue, $5. I find it hard to believe this is an astroturf by lefty millennials trying to get Zoomers to be their level of cringe. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I hate these people, dude. Okay. So the charity acknowledged in a section titled Words Matter. Yeah, so listen. Words do matter. That's why you should use the right ones, you fucks. Okay. Some members of the community might prefer to use other terms, such as front hole. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Vitek. What about the women who have been mixed feelings about and their distance from the word front hole? Like, how fucking stupid. Okay. Recognize the limitations of the words we've used while also acknowledging the need for simplicity. Another reason we use words like cervix is to normalize the reality that men can have these body parts too. Yeah, so Dr. Kim Green Leibowitz said, if you can't call body parts by their actual names, you don't deserve to have any role in health and medicine. This is pathetic, shameful, and disrespectful. Which, of course, it is. Yes, completely agreed. So comforting to know that Canadian tax dollars are going to nonprofit content like this, instead of stuff like more doctors, cancer treatment, and diagnostic imaging machines. Oh yeah, bonus hole was a thing. Yeah. Fucking, yeah, so you have, okay, hold on. Guys. Okay. I don't know how many women are currently present. Not trans women, all right? Biological women, all right? Females, okay? If you're a female in the chat, I want you to answer this. All you men, shut up for a minute. I don't care what you identify as. Okay. Which one, to you, to like the three of you that might be listening, what is more offensive? Front hole or bonus hole? I know it's a sausage fest, but there's like three girls who watch. Like Sparkles is a girl who watches. Front hole is more bonus hole. Chat goes dead silent. As a baby girl, front hole is more offensive. I think it's because both males and females have assholes, but not both males and females. Like, only females have vaginas, so they call it a bonus. You know what I mean? Why is the vagina the bonus hole, not the anus? Yeah, that's exactly why. Because both women and trans women have anuses, so you can always do anal with every type of woman, but only cis women have vaginas, so you can only do vaginal with that. So it's a bonus. It's fucking stupid, dude. Sparkles is busy stalking Ethan Ralph. Is that true? You have to smack some sense into her. Ethan Ralph, of all fucking people. Let's make it a yaoi hole for the transes. Thanks, Nimmer. Okay. So yeah. I don't know how professional people manage to get so far in life and be so disgustingly unaware of their own stupidity. Cervix is the proper name. Yeah, of course, people are just being stupid. Yep. Okay. Shit, let me just pause this. This is... Okay, done. Sorry. Anything else in this? Nope, that's it. What a ridiculous fucking story. Referring to humans as a whole is offensive, period. Yeah, but I think that's why some like fetishists like it. Oops, I accidentally closed an article. Oh yeah. Mary Poppins now has an age rating increase in the UK because it has discriminatory language. It twice uses a word that is racially insensitive for the Kyo, an indigenous group in South Africa. Oh, Mary Poppins is racist now. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. The age rating for the 1964 Mary Poppins movie has been increased in the UK due to discriminatory language. On Friday, the British Board of Film Classification upped the Disney movie cinema rating from U, meaning it contained no material likely to offend or harm, to PG for discriminatory language. So, the film uses two uses of the discriminatory term Hottentots. The Hottentots? Is that a discriminatory term? While Mary Poppins has a historical context, the use of discriminatory language is not condemned and ultimately exceeds our guidelines for acceptable language. So, Hottentots is apparently a racially insensitive term for the Koko, an indigenous group in South Africa. The word is used in the film by Admiral Boom, including when referring to the chimney sweeps whose faces are covered in soot. Oh. Deb hearing about the new slur that just dropped. $2 based. Okay. Let's continue on. We probably can't finish all the articles. I got to be done by 2 o'clock today. We're getting close to the hour. It's 1:40. But let us continue. IKEA will pay £13, 15, whatever. What are the cents of pounds? Whatever. 13, 15 pounds an hour to serve meatballs at its virtual Roblox store. Okay, guys. You need a part-time job. You head out there, apply at IKEA, they hire you. Your job is to go into virtual reality and sell virtual meatballs in the virtual reality IKEA store. Fondue, $5. I never considered that was the logic to bonus hole. I'm insulted and I'm a guy. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's fucking crazy. Okay. So, the furniture store IKEA will pay people to work in a virtual store. Sorry, a furniture store, yeah, virtual store opening inside Roblox. So, players can experience working in IKEA's virtual universe. Fans will be able to live their home furnishing dreams and get paid for it with a limited number of paid roles available. Applications run to June 16th. Oh no, the game's coming out tomorrow, June 24th. So, are you guys going to get a job at IKEA? At the virtual IKEA? There are paid shifts for 10 successful applicants. They'll help customers and get promoted to move departments, working in different sections of the store, like the showroom and bistro, helping people choose their furniture, and even serving meatballs. We're excited to be the first brand to launch paid work on Roblox to showcase how we do careers differently, bringing our unique career philosophy to life. At IKEA, there is no set route to career progression. Our coworkers can change roles, switch departments, and grow in any direction they choose, both in the game or in the real world. There are many ways to learn and grow at IKEA. That's what IKEA on Roblox is all about. Well, here you go. You can be a virtual IKEA worker. Hold on, give me a second. Naomi's texting again. Actually, wait. I've returned, guys. Sorry. Naomi gave me a ring. Dev's gonna use the fucking. I'm getting one guy by chat way too much today. Okay. Now Naomi gave me a call, and I forgot we were going out after she's done work at 2:00. So I should probably go get ready. I thought she was just coming home, but no, we're going out. So I should probably end it at this article and read the others next week. Guess I forgot we're going out. Oops. Sorry. My dry bread. One guide is when there's like you like focus in on a single chatter saying something stupid in the chat, and you ignore everyone else and just reply to him because he's usually really fucking dumb and like trying to get under your skin. That is getting one guide. Anyway, no, she gave me a ring, as in she called me on the phone. You fucks. Okay. Anyway, no, we're going out at 2:00. I forgot we were going out at 2:00, so I should go get ready. Sorry, forgot. But you know what, guys? You know what we'll do? The Stellar Blade video should be out tomorrow. Let's go right into somebody who's currently online. Who's currently online? Get all your coffee cups ready. We'll go right into Metal Commander because he's the only one that I see. Okay? Everyone get coffee cups. Coffee cups, coffee cups. Go tell Metal hello. Okay? And you know what? Stellar Blade video tomorrow. I'm nearly done it. You'll see it soon. Tid, you better raid at least first. Okay. See you guys. I love you. Goodbye.